Greetings and salutations. This is Imperator Vespasian and his trusty sidekick.
Hello.
Well, be a bit more enthusiastic.
So I'm really tired. Yeah.
Right, okay. This is the beginning of our new series, which is about the Roman army. All of our Imperial Roman stuff. Romans, Celts, Dacians, you name it. If the Romans fought them, these guys are going to turn up. And this is our first legion, or our first legionary unit. I know some people whine if we use the term legion because it's not a real legion. Well, it's some figures, so there.
It's equivalent.
This is the 10th Legion, or troops from the 10th Legion. We have two commands. This command is the Opito with banner, with the name, the what do they call it? The standard. No, forget it. And then we have a Centurion with the Emperor's Hand. The Romans used to carry out things like the Emperor's Hand, and they actually believed that was actually the hand of the Emperor.
Yeah, I know they did. As if the Emperor was watching you.
Yes, and the face, they also had one, the Vexillion, that's what it is. They also had the face of the Emperor in a little...
Which was him staring at you.
And they actually believed that the peasants would believe that it was actually the Emperor looking at them. So now you know why Romans fight so hard. They're actually being watched literally by God. I mean, it's like the Emperor's got a little TV. There's always little TV monitors, and you can watch everything in the Empire at the same time. That's what these people believed. That's what it was like to be a Roman. So this is the actual formation deployed for battle. I've done some of them with the shields in the air, covering the ranks, and some of them with the shields at the back. So yeah, they're quite well deployed. Paint-wise, unlike most of my Romans, these chaps are actually painted with red tunic. All my Romans are in white tunic. This is the only one in red. I've got some in green as well, but this is the only one I've done in red because they are the 10th and they were sort of a big posh legion at the time, and so I just thought I'd put them in red just to make them look cool. And also they have white shields, and I thought the white would look better. The white shields would look better than the red, better with that red linen. So that's what I went for with this particular legion. So it breaks into two units for Hail Caesar. So we've got ourselves two legionary units there to fight with.
And you put them together as large.
And you can put them together as a large unit. It's entirely up to you. The way we base our figures is we have one base for every hit point the regiment has, the unit has. So one unit is 6 bases basically.
Yep.
In Hail Caesar. As legionaries, they have a clash of 7 and a sustained of 7. So the clash and the sustained is the same. They also have short-ranged fire with the pilum. You can see the pilum here being thrown. The pilum is a javelin. Historians wrongly said that the Roman javelins were designed to bend, so you couldn't throw them back. That is the stupidest thing a human being can ever say. No javelins were designed so you couldn't throw them back because only javelin throwers threw javelins.
Yeah.
So you would have to find javelin throwers to hand the javelins out. It's unbelievably stupid. No one picked up weapons and threw them back at the enemy. You just didn't do that. You didn't have time. You didn't have the training. You didn't have the skill. It was just stupid. The pilum was designed to stick through an enemy's shield. It had a very, very sharp point. Just here, a pyramidal point, very sharp, and a long stick would go all the way through the shield and then bend. So it meant your enemy's shield, as long as is useless because you're now carrying a pilum around with you.
And the pilum weighs an awful lot, so
yeah,
it just weighs your shield down.
There were two types of pilum. There was the heavy pilum and the light pilum. The light pilum went further, the heavy pilum went less distance. Pilums were designed to fall downwards. So they would fly into the air and then arc downwards into the shield that's been held in the air. And with a bit of luck, the long bit would actually go through a human being. One battle I know of, 3 men were transfixed by the same pilum.
What do you mean?
the pilum went through 3 guys.
Oh.
So it must have been a pretty long pilum.
He must have got a promotion.
Yeah, they used to write the name of the owner of the pilum was written on, and if he had a particularly good shot, you got a bonus.
Well,
so it was like a video game.
You got a big.
You get a bonus.
Times 3 his points.
Yeah, I killed 2 people with my pilum. Oh, you get an extra 10 sesterces. The Romans treated warfare as a game.
They
really did. They had
saw losers, but they're really good winners.
Yeah, very few Roman soldiers died in battle. So this is the basic pilum. Can I find a pilum that's weighted?
Oh, interesting fact.
What?
The only reason Roman soldiers are so prone to not dying was because each row only fought for 1 minute.
Yes, that's true. So this one here, as you can see, there's a little ball just there at the bottom of the pilum. What that is a lead weight. And so the pilums were identical. Everyone carried 2 pilums. You then had a servant for every 8 men who carried additional pilums. Pila, whatever you want to call them. And to make it into a heavy pilum, you would put a lead weight on it, just slide it down the shaft of the weapon, and then that made it a heavy pilum. And so you would fire your short pilum as the enemy close towards you, and then when the enemy were right into you, you threw your second pilum, and then you would just slaughter your enemies. You would either slaughter your enemy's ranks, or you would de-shield them. And when the enemy hasn't got a shield and you've got a short stabby gladius, you can just stab your enemy and they can't hurt you.
Especially if the enemy's taller than you.
Yeah, because you're Hobbit, you're Roman, so you're Hobbit-sized. And this shield would actually cover your entire body. The shields are actually out of scale with the figures.
So actually, the army doesn't really cost that much because they're smaller than other combatants.
Oh, Romans still ate the same amount of food as everybody else.
No, in armour.
Armour-wise, yeah.
You actually use iron, steel.
The armour was designed one size fits all. It's held together with strings, and you put the armour on and pull the string until it fits.
Oh,
so it's just all the armour is standard issue. The gladius is designed for short stabbing warfare. So you get up to the enemy and you stab him over the top of your shield, you stab him around the side. You don't know where the stabby sword's coming from. Yeah. And the Romans love fighting big people, like Celts, because they're so easy to stab, which is why Celts did so badly against Romans. I just love the Romans. The Romans are just the greatest army that's ever existed in history. There was a meme I saw on Twitter, which was who would stand the best chance in combat in a zombie apocalypse? Romans in full combat gear, or the modern British Army in full combat gear?
Romans.
Romans, never known how to bullets.
Exactly. That's why I said Romans.
And a pilum would pin a zombie to the floor, or make it move really slow.
And after the zombies been killed by a pilum, you get pilum back.
Yeah, that's true.
With bullets, there's no replacing it.
Well, if you didn't have a shield, of course, a pilum would go through your head.
It's a zombie. So
yeah. I mean,
because it's like
a
Plumbata. You throw it and it goes down with the enemy.
Yes, just like a Plumbata. Basically, it would be falling from the sky. The Romans also used Plumbatas. Just here is a Plumbata. There, that's a Plumbata. You can see it all right in the picture. That is basically a small dart with a weight in the middle and feathers at the back, and you would throw them into the air. It didn't matter how you threw them, and they would just fly downwards because the feathers would make it fly down, and it would just go straight through. They would either stick in your shield, just like a pilum would be annoying, or they would just go straight through your head, just straight through your armour. It was absolutely lethal. The Roman armour was pretty lethal. At Watling Street, the Battle of Watling Street, in the first minute or so, about 3,000 Celts died.
3,000.
Just from the pilums. If you calculate it out, you can actually work out the casualty rate.
So they all hit them?
Doesn't matter. No, that's not even with them hitting. The numbers of pilums thrown. Every man would fire two pilums. You divide it out between the casualties taken, and about 3,000 men died in the first minute. That's pretty devastating.
That's basically taking a whole army out before you even get close to it.
Yeah, the pilum would end battles. I mean, at the beginning of a battle, the pilum would often end a battle.
Attack!
Particularly against the Greeks. The Greeks really didn't like the Roman pilum because the whole point of the Greeks...
Shields for phalanx.
Yeah. A Greek without a 3-foot shield is a dead Greek.
Yeah.
Your Lamlar armour is not going to stand up against a Roman gladius.
No.
The Roman gladius is going to lop the arms and legs off, which is what the Greeks pointed out. The Greeks went into battle after the Battle of Cynocephali, and the Greeks wanted to collect the dead, the wounded, but there were so many arms and legs lopped off people that they just couldn't take it and left the battlefield, left the wounded to die. Because they couldn't take the fact the Romans had just marched through the Greeks and just hacked their arms and legs off as they marched past, because they're the bits that were exposed in laminar armour. So the Romans just hacked them to pieces. Absolutely horrible. It's horrific. You should imagine fighting the Romans.
I know. I would like to fight the Romans in real life. I want to see if you can really beat them with a modern army.
No, you'd lose.
If you had like, let's have a look.
You mean the old meme with the US Marine Corps? He went back in time and could defeat the Roman army. That.
No, I'm talking about British Special Forces.
There's not enough of them.
British Special
run out of
Forces
bullets.
versus Roman Legion.
No, you run out of bullets very quickly. A US Marine Corps, you would have to keep your troops supplied with fuel. You couldn't, because you're back in time. You'd have to
What's
keep
a
your
US Marine Corps?
Marine Corps, a corps of US Marines.
I don't know what US Marines for.
Because that's the meme. That's the thing that people
But no
often
one
quote.
likes US Marines.
Yes, they do.
I don't.
They're one of the toughest fighting forces on the planet.
But they're not now.
After the Russians, the Chinese, and the
British Special Forces, yeah.
the Iranian Republican Guard.
Yeah. Carry on, there's a long list.
No, they're all the same. They're all roughly the same. American Marines tend to have slightly more expensive kit that tends to be slightly better.
No.
Well, no, because their kit breaks and runs out. We found that out in the desert. Look at the British Army. Our rifles are falling apart.
We would have stayed in Afghanistan. The Americans did run off.
No, we lost in Afghanistan. The Americans bailed us out.
No.
If it hadn't been for the Americans, we'd have been dead.
Yeah,
so.
my brother insists that we won Afghanistan.
Yeah, but your brother's an idiot.
I know.
And he watches the BBC.
He says, no, we won Afghanistan, we won it.
No, we left with our tail between our legs, is what we did.
Oh, God.
Because we weren't Roman. What the Romans would have done in Afghanistan would have been, every time there was an attack against a Roman watchtower or something, the Romans would have gone in and killed every single man, woman and child. And then the next town on wouldn't have done it. They'd have behaved.
Oh, do you really think the Romans would be able to... no, wait a minute. So as the Romans marched their army towards you, all they have to do is nuke the capital.
Right, so now we're using tactical nuclear weapons.
Yeah!
Alright, you nuke Rome. Roman Empire still exists.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
And now Romans have...
You blow the whole of Italy to pieces.
The Roman capital was in York for 50 years. The Roman capital was in Palmyra for about 100 years. Pick a Roman capital.
I'm wrong. That's all I want to know.
No, you're being facetious now. Oh yeah, actually, good idea. Yeah, nuke Rome, and then 3,000 years in the future, there's no humans because everyone died of radiation poisoning. And there's no US Marine Corps to be sent back in time.
How do you explain Japan then?
They were very, very small nukes. They were like less than a megaton.
Were
they? Rubbish nukes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Pants.
Yeah.
Pants nukes.
So pants like knocked off nearly pretty much everything in the area.
Yeah, houses made out of wood and paper.
Yeah, we're talking about a proper city.
Yeah, most of them were houses made out of wood and paper. So.
No, it wasn't.
And most of the houses weren't there anyway because some of them had already been bombed and stuff. Although I think the American military deliberately didn't bomb Nagasaki because they wanted to see the effect of a nuclear bomb on it. I seem to remember reading that. Anyway,
right,
we're discussing Romans. You're going off topic again.
And then the Romans came to Japan.
Special rules. They have a 4+ morale save, which is pretty good. For Hell Season, it's the best you can get. +1 if you're being shot at. So shot at from the front, so that gives you a 3+ morale save, which is pretty good. Then you get the stamina of 6, which is why there's 6 bases. There's 6 bases. They're based on plastic bases as well. I just mentioned that bit. I did mention we were doing this. Next they have the peeler. They're drilled, so they can move even if their commander fails his fails his leadership test. So they get a free move, and they can move through friendly units without being disordered. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
They're elite and stubborn. Elite means they can recover from a disorder on a 4+, and they're stubborn, so you get a reroll failed combat. So that's pretty cool too. Put you back 38 points. So one of the more expensive units in Hail Caesar, but they are Romans.
Yeah.
They are pretty much the best. The armies you don't want to take this army up against are armies that use large amounts of skirmishes.
Jews.
Yeah, Jewish revolt. Don't fight those guys. They'll kill you.
unless I'm a player, and then the Romans will get.
Oh yeah, unless he's playing. Unless he's playing.
I've only won once.
Yeah, skirmishes are really bad for Romans because the Romans can't really chase the skirmishes, and the skirmishes.
They're so slow.
Yeah, and the skirmishes will just keep firing away. Skirmishes can be the bane of heavy infantry armies.
You got behind me.
Yeah, the problem with Romans is you don't have enough infantry. You don't have enough cavalry. So, I believe that's the end of the video.
Yeah, pretty much everything. No
Yeah.
questions.
No questions.
No.
Alright then. Check out the Roman videos. We've done quite a lot on these and tactics and stuff, so check them out. So over to him.
So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think of the Roman Empire.
And it's a goodbye from me.
And goodbye from him.
Goodbye.
See ya.